Hello. What is up? Is it? Yeah, we're good. Why is that? Anyways, Battlefield 6 beta. Numbers blew up. Call of Duty. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm getting an echo. This is my fault. All right, there we go. Battlefield 6 beta numbers blew up Call of Duty's overall numbers. Insane. Xbox's next generation is coming, but you probably already have it. And PlayStation is making money even without its first party. All this and more on this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. Oh, why is my stuff not working? Oh, look at that. Okay, I just killed the bug on the wall. I'm looking for my. There we go. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, CJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka everything is just crumbling around me. I just can't control anything. But at least I am joined by
Sean MF Ross.
What does the M&F stand for?
Here for a long time. Not a good
Okay.
time.
Oh, wait.
Something like that.
That's disturbing. This is Press X Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that condenses the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We are live on YouTube every week when we can make it because life is hard.
But not getting caught up in martial law is easy. Stay ass in the house.
That is true. Best thing you can do while being in the house is play some games and listen to us. Yeah. Don't forget, since you're doing that, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. If you are listening to us and not exactly watching us, means like you're on your podcast services, please leave us a review on said podcast service or whatever you're using. We greatly appreciate it. If you want, you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord, and I'll take you to us in the chat realm. We post pictures, talk about anime, video games, of course, and how not to get caught up in the crazy world that is. All right. With that being said, let us jump into the gaming news with number one. Battlefield 6 beta reaches series concurrent peak, overtakes Call of Duty all-time peak. This comes to us from Game Informer by way of Wesley LeBlanc. So, Sean, we were kind of talking about this a little bit before we started recording, but did you get a chance to jump into the Battlefield 6 beta?
I played all of 5 minutes. Right around the corner, got shot 3 times. Probably threw a grenade at least once. Then had to tend to the baby. But I'm gonna still get the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still get it.
That was not enough to deter you, huh?
Yeah, it felt solid. We still have another beta weekend coming up as well. So I mean, I'll try it again. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to jump in. I was just super busy this weekend. But I'm actually seeing how well it did. I'm not gonna say I'm vindicated because I was like, oh, I think this is gonna do really well, and it turns out the beta did really well. But I'm like, all right, cool. I think whatever hangups I had with Battlefield in terms of me comparing it to Call of Duty, I don't think it will necessarily impact my experience with this game just because I haven't played Call of Duty for such a long time, where it's just like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have fun with this. And looking at people's streams and looking at people's impression of this, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun with this come next week. But yeah, that's awesome.
I would just say for anybody looking to jump into Battlefield, don't try to go and play it like it is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This isn't for clip farming. This isn't for kill farming. Go in, play the objective, go help, drop some ammo, revive people, lay down suppression fire, repair vehicles. Find your fun in it, but it's not going to be some ultra kill, 10 kill clip. You're not going to get those. If you do, cool, but that's not the main aim of the game. And there ain't no kill streak, so don't go in there thinking you're going to get all that shit.
Yeah. You are the soldier, not the super soldier in this game. All right, so back to the article. After the bug-riddled launch of Battlefield 2024 back in 2021, EA has been working to revitalize the Battlefield series name, placing Respawn's Vince Zampella as its head amidst the creation of a wider Battlefield universe. If the recent Battlefield 6 beta over the weekend is any indication, those efforts are paying off. Not only did the beta surpass Call of Duty's all time player count, but it also reached a new concurrent peak for the Battlefield series. EA calls the Battlefield 6 open beta its biggest ever, and weekend one between August 9th and 10th just wrapped up. Well, wrapped up, past tense, of course.
Mhm.
Throughout the weekend and on August 7th and 8th, when invite only players could hop in early, I saw screenshots across social media showing queues stretching into the hundreds of thousands. A lot of people were playing this game. I think Inside Gamer had like 200,000 people are waiting to
It
get
didn't
in
take me
before.
long to get in there.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Nah, maybe
good.
like 5, maybe 10 minutes, if even that. I don't even know.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So let's get into numbers because the only numbers we have access to is, of course, SteamDB. So, you know, add
Yep.
on more people to these numbers because, of course, console is a thing that is still out there. People are playing. Um, so the Battlefield 6 open beta peaked at 521,079 players.
Mm.
That compared to Call of Duty's all time player count of 491,670, which was back about 2.5, almost 3 years ago with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the remaster or remake, I
Mhm.
think. So, like, Call of Duty hasn't hit that number in a long time. Like, not with Battle or Modern Warfare 2 or 3 or Black Ops 6. So, to see Battlefield 6 come out and do this level of like concurrent players is pretty insane. But at the same time, in our Discord, Jordan and I had a conversation about, where we possibly might be seeing like Battlefield 6 in terms of how well it's going to do.
Yep.
And Jordan's a longtime Battlefield player. Like he has been through this. He has his favorite Battlefields. He's been through the low tide
Thick
of
of it.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And me, like I'm a long time Call of Duty guy, so I've always been like, yeah, Battlefield 6 or Battlefield is just like the other Call of Duty that I don't play.
The other white meat.
But yeah, exactly. But like I've had a big flip in terms of where Call of Duty is now, where it's going with Black Ops 7 versus where Battlefield 6 is and like what it's shown us. And it's just like I think Battlefield is going to be the bigger title this year because I think more people.
I doubt that.
You don't think so?
It'll still have high visibility, and if word of mouth is good enough, it will be on its way to doing better.
Yeah.
One good year isn't enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
I think Battlefield I think Battlefield 6 will do better than Black Ops 7 in that when Battlefield 6 gets its free to play battle royale,
Hmm.
I think that's when it's really going to spike because like the caveat that I wanted to give this is that this is a free open beta. So literally anybody can jump on. It was uh, just an indication of
Interest,
how many
player
people were
interest.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, was hungry for this. And a lot of people, 500,000 people was at least on um, PC alone was hungry for this. So that's all good news
the,
for EA.
the the issue is that there's a lot of sentiment amongst Battlefield players who are saying, "Don't Call of Duty my Battlefield."
Yeah,
All this interest is very nice, but don't come in here trying to turn it into Call of Duty. Just like they say, don't California my Texas, as they say.
yeah, right, you're right.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. And like, this was a huge success for EA, but it wasn't all positive. There was definitely some negatives to this in terms of cheaters. People saw players cheat. I think EA came out with a number of how many cheaters they have already banned, I guess, within the beta. It was like 300,000 or something like that.
Which is wild.
Yeah, using their anti-cheat. And it's like, how did these people come up with these cheats so quickly? Like, where did they get the code from? Something? Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
they're reverse engineering the stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
So yeah, like they've had they're already have their battles with dealing with cheaters, and it's a thing of there is an anti-cheat. I don't remember the name of it, but
What for
Battlefield
oh
6. But it's
uh,
really and truly the people who have to do any special stuff are the PC players. Like the console players, it's already built in. We don't necessarily have to deal with it or worry about it. And again, like console, we don't really, the level of cheating is not as high as PC. I say all that to say the biggest thing that hurt Call of Duty was the cheating culture, was how many people was cheating and how often it was happening and how much it was ruining the overall experience. So I think that is, of course, going to be Battlefield 6's biggest issue in terms of them fighting back. Um, we're going to have this, I guess, rumored free to play battle royale mode. And if that does as well as the beta's doing, I think that's going to be a big, like, Battlefield 6 is going to be the next big, like, open battle royale. I don't know. Like, because, like, that was Warzone for the longest time. And, like, now it's like, if these numbers carry through, it's like, I could do it. What do you think? Because it's like Warzone, but with destructible environment.
you have people who are playing Xbox just because their friends are on Xbox and vice versa with PlayStation. So people are used to Call of Duty. They want to keep whatever purchases. I don't know what purchases will transfer over, but they're already in the ecosystem, so they probably feel like, I don't feel like trying anything new. I'm gonna just stick with
well, that's the thing.
So we'll see.
In terms of purchases, they don't transfer. Like, I think you might get purchases from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, but you're not getting it from Modern Warfare 2, 3, 1 into Black Ops. So it's like after Black Ops 7, the next game might be Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward. Like, those purchases are not going to transfer over. So it's like, if you've been in the Call of Duty system, you know that you're going to get cut essentially eventually. So
you see why I don't lock myself in by buying microtransactions?
No, you just spend more money. You spend more money, so you don't feel bad about the money that you spent, but you don't have access to right now.
I've been doing it wrong this whole
time. I think that's how capitalism works. I don't know. Not a what economist or whatever. Anyways, yeah. So Battlefield 6 is doing great so far. Hopefully, it keeps it up. But of course, we will see. And then this weekend, there is the second beta. And for sure, I'll be jumping into that because I downloaded Battlefield 6 this weekend, but I just didn't play it. Number 2, Xbox's next-gen console reportedly set to be a monster PC with changeable hardware. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. This comes to us from Gamereactor. By way of, I am scrolling, Alex Hopley. So, okay. I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit in the article just to get to the nitty gritty. So, in a new video by Digital Foundry goes over the, that's not great. Anyways, Digital Foundry goes over recent leaks of AMD's reported Magnus hardware. The tech specs can be found in the video, but to keep it brief, the GPU and CPU look to be more than anything we've seen before in consoles, including the PS5 Pro, Xbox or Series X/S, PS4 Pro, etc. Perhaps, excuse me. Perhaps more interestingly, is the mention of there being separate die sizes for this hardware, which theoretically means you could have an Xbox with a larger or smaller GPU if required.
Don't call it an Xbox.
It's a Steam box, is what
It's
the
a
Steam
PC
box
at this
was.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hence, you have one already. This is my new Xbox, everybody. Check it out. It's already here. It glows. It does circles instead of X's. I don't know why.
Now
But
you're messing up that closed system that developers like to develop for, and potentially causing compatibility issues. Y'all already don't want to pay QA testers to make sure y'all are not shipping out trash. Granted,
yep.
that's two different sides, hardware makers versus software, but you're
Yep.
breaking my heart, Microsoft.
Yep. And it's like, I think, this is, if this is true, this is coming from Digital Foundry, and they're pretty good about their leaks and stuff, especially on the hardware side. So this is that final nail in the coffin of Xbox of old, being that, like, first party studio that releases hardware that you can get Xbox games that run very well on that hardware. Like, that's pretty much done now. Like, they are going to be releasing these PC Xbox boxes that vary in quality. I mean, I guess similar to Xbox X/Series S, but I think it's going to be a bit more in line with the PC. So, yeah. But then again, like, it's not, there's no surprise here because we knew that this was kind of their direction. The one thing I do want to bring up that I mentioned offhand in our Discord chat, you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord. You can do that. So a while back, we had a story about Xbox accidentally using the Microsoft gaming brand versus the Xbox brand for like a social media thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, what is this? I cannot find that story. Like, just a normal Google search, I cannot find that story. So I'm not sure what happened there. But
maybe we imagined it.
I hope not.
Mandela effect.
Right? But it is a thing of, like, yeah, that's probably their ultimate goal. Like, to replace the Xbox branding and bring it just under Microsoft and just be like, it's Microsoft Gaming now. Which would make
Does that have the
sense.
same cachet as Xbox?
No, not at all. No, it's a dumb move. It's a really, really bad move because they've spent years and years and years of just marketing money, just indoctrinating people to know what Xbox means, what Xbox is, and to want an Xbox. And then switch to Microsoft Gaming just doesn't even have the same, like, oof, So it's just like
Microsoft Series something. I can't
Clippy
wait to see what.
edition.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what cockamamie names they come up with. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but at least there's Game Pass, so that should be good for this. Game Pass PC will be even a bigger banger, seeing how it'll probably be the only thing. But yeah, that's where Xbox is. So here's another question: with this, knowing that it's gonna be PC, knowing that it's supposed to be like crazy powerful, what do you think? How many SKUs do you think they're going to launch, and like, what do you think the price is going to be?
Probably like 3 at least. You
Yeah.
got your 300, your 500, and probably 700 because people have already shown that they're willing to pay $700 for the PlayStation 5 Pro.
True.
But you want to get everybody in there at the 300 price point. But is it even next gen gaming anymore? If you're running games that look like they're on the Xbox. I I don't even remember. Xbox One X or
Oh yeah,
Xbox Series S. I
right.
had to really think, like, wait, what generation was that? Good job. Good job. Good job.
The Xbox One, but like the second one, not the first one. Oh jeez. But yeah, no, you're right though, because it's like they are still maintaining this backwards compatibility, which is great. Like that is commendable. Like that keeps people in your ecosystem. But it does get to an issue of like, what is the next big Xbox first party game that was not canceled? And I can't, Fable maybe, even though I think that's coming out in 2027. So good lord, like the next Xbox game that is not canceled,
Mhm.
like I would love to see screenshots between what it looks like in Xbox Series X all the way down to Xbox One X, and just see like
Okay.
how smoothly that scale.
So since you bring this up, I was looking for this. We're at the point of diminishing returns, and even if they make it infinitely more powerful, we're already at the time where games 4, 5, 6, 7 years to come out.
There we go.
The PS4 16 times as much RAM as the PS3, and I don't even know how much more powerful the GPU was.
Mhm.
While the PS5 only had 2 times the RAM as the PS4.
Oh, interesting. Well, okay, yeah.
Um, we're basically we're running up against a brick wall, and people aren't going. They're just gonna start losing money until they start learning to scale back. They want to charge $80 for games, 7, 8 years to come out with, and they're expecting ridiculous numbers like EA expecting 100 million people to play Battlefield 6. So
Yeah.
indie games is where it's at. Learn to experiment with indie games, people. Unless you just want to play a big tentpole Call of Duty every year and give them money for skins. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right, because it's like when you remove the constraint of hardware limitability. What limitability? No, that's not right. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Viability.
No, when you remove the constraint of hardware limits,
Yeah.
then you don't necessarily you don't have to worry about finding creative solutions for that. When those creative solutions end up making your product better, you end up
Yeah.
just, I can tack on more stuff because we got the RAM for it. I can tack on more stuff because hardware space, I'm not worried about that. You'll just download the game, however big it is. You'll figure it out, not me. So the developers they're still creative. Like the developers now, like current developers are creative. They're very creative, but they don't
Mhm.
have the, you know, gun to head of like, you have to fit your creativity in 4 gigabytes. Instead, they can just do 32 gigabytes or whatever. And it's like, that's what I feel like we're losing right now with the current generation of gaming, where it's like you do have certain game developers who are like, no, we're still working on the constraints, i.e., clear obscure expedition 33. They
Mhm.
had an article out how even with the success of their game, they're not increasing the size of their staff. Like they're staying small, and they're making sure they can still work under that constraint because they know that constraint helped them make the game that they made, and it to that quality. So it's just like, yeah, they understand game development and like that pressure that you need to make good games. So I say all that to say that like that's not necessarily Xbox's issue. Kind of. The issue is that they're not investing into their games, into their game studio, but that's because they're becoming third party and not necessarily first party anymore. But yeah, I guess I wish Xbox all the best with this. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we'll be here. We'll be around. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing for this. You got anything for this?
Nope. Move on.
All right. Number. Oh, actually, before we get into the next number after two, hey, you do us a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel. This is the politicians do this. They don't point directly. They do the little nub thing.
You do a thumb.
So or the oh
This.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, like the laser pointer. Yeah. So yes, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. And vote Harris Ross for 2020. No, we're not actually. But number 3, 80 million PS5s have sold in 5 years, dwarfing Xbox. That's not surprising. This comes to us from Kotaku by John Walker. So, Sony's latest financial results are in, and the PS5 is doing better than anyone expected, despite a woeful lack of new games exclusive to the PlayStation console. People won't stop buying the device, with another 2.5 billion units bought between April and June of 2025. That's slightly better than it sold during the same period last year, and brings the lifetime total to 80.3 million units. Recent rumors have suggested that the Xbox Series may have sold only 30 million in the same time. Aux. Aux? AWKS? What is that?
I don't know.
Am I old now? What does that mean? Aux? Anyways, Sony had some other big numbers to boast about. The PlayStation Network currently has 123 million active users, up 7 million since the same time last year. Meanwhile, 65.9 million PS4s and PS5 games were sold in April to June's Q1, up 12 million on 2024. Huh. Huh. April to June. What? Well, I guess people are just buying because PlayStation is a dominant console. People are just buying
Yep.
whatever games. That makes sense. Okay, all right. Bear in mind that Nintendo sold 6 million copies of Mario Kart World alone in a single month. Oh, okay. Jeez, all right. For a brand new console with no previously established user base.
That's a BS sentence after. I mean, it's a new Mario Kart.
Yeah.
The attach rate was damn near 1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like Mario Kart is like their Nintendo's best selling game ever or something crazy like that because it's just yeah.
That's like the
Yeah.
equivalent of if the PS5 had launched with Spider-Man 2. Like, come on.
Right.
Or The Last of Us 3.
Remastered already. Yeah, okay. So for a brand new console with no previously established user base, and you can see how Sony's first party numbers look pretty shaky right now. Although, given the success of PS Plus and the hefty cut taken for every software sale, it doesn't seem like people will be too worried. This all means the PS5 is performing pretty much exactly as well as the PS4 and PS3 before it, all of which should make Sony delighted. Those machines sold during times of financial recovery, while the PS3 launched in the midst of a global catastrophe. COVID was at its peak, while supply chain issues and chip shortages meant the machines couldn't fill shelves until months after the official launch. Um, these are just numbers. Yeah, so uh, good job, PlayStation. I mean,
That's that's almost 3-to-1.
yeah, like
PS5s to Xbox. But I mean, I don't know if this isn't a victory over Xbox. This is just a self milestone for Sony because Microsoft kind of came out and said they don't really care if you buy a Xbox Series whatever because they got the
yeah,
smart delivery. They didn't really have any exclusives up until however long ago. Like
hmm yeah. You know what?
Microsoft is going the the service route.
Yeah. So it just realized, like, I was trying to figure out, like, what was the biggest games that came out between April and June, and you know what it was? It was Xbox games. It was Oblivion,
Mm.
Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. It was the racing game Forza, Horizon, the racing game,
People
the
bought a
Xbox
PlayStation to
racing game.
play Xbox games.
You're right. And it is a thing of, like, Xbox has, conceded ground and given
Mhm.
their big games over to PlayStation, and that is helping boost these numbers. So that is just another thing of, like, Xbox is like, yeah, we are no longer able to compete in the same level before, so we have to do whatever to make money. Meanwhile, PlayStation is making money because people are buying the games on their console. So yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of expected as the market leader. You would expect them to continue to be the market leader, unless they completely crash out. But that's not until next year.
Yeah, man.
Actually, no. Part A: Sony will curtail Bungie's independence, folding it into PlayStation soon. This comes to us from Forbes. So if anyone was paying attention, you would have remembered that part of Sony's deal with Bungie was that they are allowed to be independent as long as they're able to meet their own milestones. Sony is not flush with cash like a Microsoft is, and they basically said, if you cannot keep your own stuff in order, we will bring you under PlayStation Studios and we will put you in order. And that's where they are right now. Um, Earlier this year, they had that Team LFG pulled off of Bungie, put into PlayStation, and it seems that the rest of Bungie will soon follow because Bungie is probably just bleeding money from Destiny and Marathon not doing so well, and still needing development time. So
Yep.
it's not surprising. Um, but so here's like, because I've seen sentiment of, like, oh no, we're gonna lose Bungie, and it's just like, but did you like current Bungie? And it always
Yeah.
feels like people, like, yeah, I don't know. That sentiment
Sometimes you need
always
to be
feels
reined
weird
in.
to me. Exactly. And it's like, I understand the hesitance to, like, not want to be owned by a corporation or owned by, like, a big name like, Sony or PlayStation. But yeah, as you say, like, sometimes you need to be reined in. And I think in this case, Bungie definitely needs to be reined in and, like, get their stuff in order, because even before the purchase by Sony, they were kind of out of order, and they still kind of kept being out of order even under PlayStation or under Sony. So yeah, it's yeah. Part B. Sony says Bungie's marathon release still planned by March 2026. We are fixing the problems. This comes to us from the GamePost by way of
What do they think the
Abdullah
problems are?
Jawad. I think a lot of stuff. Yeah. Here's the thing, right?
Hmm.
I think Marathon is going to be more screwed now that Battlefield 6 is,
Mm.
like, taking heads. And if Battlefield 6 does the thing of, okay, we'll release the $70 title this year, and then
Yep.
next year release the Battle Royale, like, that's gonna be a wrap for Marathon.
I mean, Marathon is competing with Arc Raiders and Tarkov, I guess, and
But you know
that's
what?
about it.
the reason why the extraction shooter like really took off
Mhm.
was a set like the players going to it was essentially the lack of Battlefield because Turkov I think it released after Battlefield 2024 uh died or whatever.
Uh,
I don't even know how to spell. I don't know how to spell Turkov. Turkov game.
Tarkov. It's
Oh,
still only on
V.
PC though. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, uh, 2025. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. Release date. Come on. Google. The AI is
What are you trying to do?
failure. I just
What
want
are
to
you trying
see
to
when it what day what year did it release?
do? Release 2017. So I mean, it's been out for a while.
2017. Okay. Yeah. So Battlefield 2020. What was it? 2042, right? Release
Mhm.
date 2021. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh wow. All right. I thought they were a lot closer to each other.
Nope.
So okay, yeah, we'll see. Well, I like Marathon. I thought it looked
Yep.
cool, but I feel like between Arc Raiders, especially Battlefield 6, like I don't know if people are going to want to jump and try it again. But I guess if they get enough time and they make it look different and it's not hopefully it's not like a pure extraction, maybe there's something else to it to like really
Yeah.
turn heads. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, they're working on it. They're fixing the problems apparently. Let me see if they mention any of the actual problems. Where are we right
Yeah.
here?
Tarkov is still isn't on a 1.0 release yet though.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy. Um yeah, it doesn't seem like they're looking through. It doesn't seem like there is it doesn't seem like they're saying what the problems are.
Hey, it don't
Anyways,
matter.
yeah, it don't matter. We'll see when it comes out. Oh, I totally forgot to mention in the Xbox section, Contraband, the game that we saw the title screen to is the Xbox has stopped development on it, which is not surprising. We haven't seen anything on it since that little title screen treatment that they gave. And what last episode before we had the story of Xbox just canceling the games that were in development hell for lack of for
Hmm.
lack of better words. But yeah, that's gone. Number 4, Like a Dragon devs get spooked. Looks what? What?
Spooked looks. People look at them crazy.
Spooked looks. Oh, from industry peers when they say they juggle up to 3 to 4 titles simultaneously with one team. Automotion West. That is 3 to 4 titles.
So
That's,
they are. We've talked about this many times,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
guess people are still like they're working on things now. People looking at them, I guess, still just like, God damn, how do y'all do it? They're doing smart asset reusage and they are making their games modular, for
yeah,
lack of a better word, for their mini games and things like that. So damn near all Like a Dragon games have pool. They have their slot car racing. They got baseball. Now, more recently, they have actual go-kart racing, darts. Um, they have their drinking aspect. They have their buying food aspect. Um, and I guess what they're saying is pool is going to look like pool, whether it's in 1980 or 2020.
that's true.
One person is working on that. You know, I think darts They have different darts that give you like different specs, but I mean, darts is darts.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So they're just working on making sure it slots into this game properly, slots into this one properly. All right, there's no bugs when I plugged it in, plugged in my module. Boom, everybody's working on one goddamn thing while
Yeah.
they're doing the motion capture and story over here. That's the bulk of the work.
Makes sense. I mean,
You,
it's kind
you
of like
don't need
that's
to
what.
reinvent the wheel every game.
Yeah. It kind of feels like that's what game development should be at this point.
If you play through, I really wish you would play through Yakuza, but if you play through
Yeah.
Yakuza 0 to 5 or 6, majority of it is all in the same city. It's just that in
Right.
0, you can actually go in this building. In the
Yeah.
next game, because it's a few years later, this building is closed. You could go in this building. Now, of course, the same fast food spots are open here and there, whatever, but all right, this club is closed in this game. This one is open over here.
Right.
But the bones of the city is all the same. They may update the bricks or whatever, do some normal mapping and some bump mapping on it to make it look better, but smart asset reusage, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You're like, because so right now the games that RGG Studios is currently working on is Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2. They're both scheduled release on Switch 2 November 13th. And they have
Hmm.
Stranger in Heaven, which was Project Sentry, and then the new Virtua Fighter, which like that game looks basically just like Tekken but without all the sparks and stuff.
Hmm.
And like it looks really really sharp, and it's a thing of like this studio is doing a good job at game development.
And we
So
haven't heard any effery coming out about this studio like you would Riot Games or
yep,
Activision or whatever.
yep. I
Yet.
mean, they're
Give them benefit of any doubt.
they make they make
Yeah.
Yakuza games. I'm pretty sure it's real like the Yakuza.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's just a credit to another thing to it is that I would love to see. Oh, well, we already know that in Japan it's
Mhm.
really hard to fire someone. So
Yeah.
the
It's
developers.
also really hard to quit.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
really? You just
Yeah, if you find a job, you got to write a letter apologizing that you found a new opportunity and all this other craziness. They have businesses that will quit for you.
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder what that conversation is like. Like, I want to leave. Like, no, you sit down. I guess I'll
Okay.
sit down. Turn your computer on. Am I working right now? Yes. I'll see you at
Yeah,
5 o'clock.
it is kind of hard to leave there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Huh.
It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. The more you know, right? But yeah, like yeah, man. Like it's crazy that they don't get the recognition that they should.
Mhm.
Like especially being a studio for so long and having so many games and being able to keep that like level
One
of
franchise for decades.
yeah, they're
For the most
bigger than
part, one
Final
franchise.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
At least they have actual anyways. Um yes. So that's that. Awesome. Number 5, which is awesome too in its own way. My Mario, a series of Mario themed products to be released from August 26th, 2025.
Uh,
Nintendo, I think.
this is preschool stuff. They're basically trying to get them in there while they're young.
Yes. So essentially, these are like toddler to little kid toys that is just all Mario themed. And it is a way, of Sean said, to get
Toys,
the
plates,
kids
cups, clothes,
indoctrinated with Mario at an age
plushies.
to by the time they're able to um play actual games, they're gonna think, "Ooh, I want a Mario game because I love Mario because all my stuff in my room around me on my head is Mario." I even named my best imaginary friend Mario. Like that's what Nintendo's trying to do right now. So yeah, so you have a wood block set that's Mario themed. You have a board book that's Mario themed. You have, of course, apps that's Mario themed.
I'm
You
gonna
have
download that.
here. What is it? Motion?
Visual content, stop motion. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. The thing
All right.
is, like, I wonder if this is going to be available for America. Is it just
Yeah, it said
Japan
after
only?
2026.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, you gotta check that out later on.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, beginning in
and
2026. Sorry, but yeah.
okay. Well, that's it for the gaming news. Let's jump into the quick hits, and then we can talk about what we have been playing. So, for the quick hits, number 6, Digital Foundry, the most trusted name in the game console analysis, is now or is going independent. This comes first from The Verge. So yeah, they were owned by IGN, but it wasn't like a direct way. Like their Digital Foundry's parent company got bought by or got bought by IGN, and then that just pulled Digital Foundry under IGN, and they were able to amass enough money, but also with help from another buyer to buy out Digital Foundry from IGN and become wholly independent. So that's awesome. I actually didn't know that they were under IGN, which is
Yep,
interesting.
same.
Yeah. So yeah, props to them. Check out their videos, podcasts. Yeah, they have a podcast too. Yeah. So cool. Number 7. Media Molecule's last remaining co-founder resigns after nearly 20 years. This comes to us from Push Square. Baby is crying in the background. I'm not sure what's going on out there. So yes, David Smith exits. This it this sucks. In that,
Yep.
like, do they not know how to handle a baby? Yeah. It sucks in that, like, Media Molecule was such a like cool studio that was doing interesting things, and it's just like I think this is just what new PlayStation is. Well, I say new PlayStation, but even new PlayStation is different from the PlayStation of like what 2 years ago,
Yeah.
where this
It
slow
sucks that
bleeding.
Dreams didn't do better.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm
Hmm?
part of the Dreams subreddit, and I still see oh, look at this Dreams project. Oh, look what they're doing here and stuff. It's just like, oh, this is cool. But yeah. Okay. Like, what is happening upstairs? Anyways, um, that is it for the quick hits. Now let's talk about what we've been playing. Sean, what have you been playing?
More Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
I can't say this enough. I love this game's what do you want to call it? The ability to just let you solve problems in unorthodox ways. Hell, it may be the way they want you to solve it,
Yeah.
but they don't present it in that way. I think there was times where like there's something that you need to get to, and it's behind the indestructible gate.
Okay.
And you can just beat down the walls around the gate to get to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just at least for most of the things. Anything else, they kind of guide you, I guess, to play in a way that they want you to, but also
Okay.
while giving you the freedom to do what you want. It's a
Yeah.
weird paradox they got going on here. And the movement tech, I just saw that people have learned how to fly in the game. Like the movement tech is wild.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Speedrunning is going crazy right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am fully saving that game. Like I haven't jumped back into it in a while. I'm just like
Mhm.
I'm gonna because I want to. My thing is jumping from that in like Death Stranding. I'm
Yeah.
getting my buttons confused, and it's just like yeah. So I need to okay, focus on what. But yeah, like that's yeah. I keep seeing it's like I've seen like speaking of movement tech, I've seen a video of like, oh, you have this long gap to cross. Let's do the different things you can do to like get across the gap. And it's just like the last thing they did was like 8 or 9 steps long. I'm just like, oh my god. Ugh, now I gotta watch this video like 5 times to figure that out. Oh man. But yeah, I have been playing Death Stranding 2. I don't know how far I am. I'm thinking actually I'm probably closer to finishing this game. I have like 85% of Australia connected. Um, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I haven't seen the craziest thing, which is what they already showed, where the giant BTs and then the ship becomes the head of the BT and it's like a Megazord thing. I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen all of that. Have you unlocked the ability to catch BTs
Yes, yes,
and throw them out like Pokemon? Okay.
yes, like Pokemon. Yeah, I. It's funny enough. I had ran in. So as I said last week or whatever,
Sure.
my whole strategy of like dealing with BTs has changed in that instead of sneaking, I will shoot them and say, "Take me," and they take me to the BT, like the big BT,
Take me to your
and
leader.
like right. So like because I have unlocked the capture grenade or whatever, I just
Hmm.
take me to the BT and then I fight the BT and I try to capture it. Like
Oh.
this last BT I fought was it's not really a spoiler. It's a flying BT. So
Hmm.
having to hit it do damage, you're really like tracking your shots, you're because you have bullet drop off and all that stuff. So you're just trying to like get the thing down to enough to like the red health and then you can capture it. It's this whole thing. It's like, oh, this is actually a really cool way of playing the game and making it more interesting than just the hold button shoot fire until the thing dead or whatever. Like that's cool. The the more I play this game, the more I understand the critiques of Kojima in like I feel like Death Stranding 2 is it's split between having great gameplay and things to do versus trying to tell a story. And I feel like the story part always kind of like, oh yeah, we are doing something here. And
Hmm.
it's like the things he shows you, things he puts you through, and it's like, oh, this is a cool thing, but like you just added this into the story. Like it doesn't necessarily feel like, oh, the things are
Yeah.
connected. And I'm kind of just like, biting my tongue and just kind of waiting for the end to see how this all works out. But like it's starting to wear on me in terms of like,
I mean, the first game ran kind of long too, so I mean, I get it.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm enjoying the game. Like I right now, it's like it's definitely like a 8 out of 10 for me in
Hmm.
terms of like what I'm doing, the story. There's definitely cool parts in the story. Like Tomorrow is by far my favorite character in this game. Um, but it is a thing of like there's no way this game is winning game of the year. Like it's not nearly as impactful as like a Expedition 33.
Have you
Like
considered that he's friends with Jeff Keighley?
No, I have not actually. Kojima's like, I don't even have to try.
All things to
I'm gonna get
consider.
it. Right. So yeah, I'm definitely still having fun in this game, and I it's a thing of I find myself wanting to just let me go collect this thing, let me go drop this thing off and farm
Hmm.
the stars and like try to get 4 stars with people. I'm not the 5th star, not necessarily needed because it just unlocks their hologram. So really, you just want to get the 4th star to get like the actual.
Unless you're trying to platinum it, but yeah.
Unless yeah. Which I'm not. I gave up on that. But yeah, having a good time. I think the other than the beta for Battlefield 6, the other game that's on the horizon for me is I'm thinking about getting Shinobi.
Yeah, I might get that. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's like
got a lot
like
of stuff going on soon.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, we'll see. When time reaches us and August is at the end, we'll talk to see if we got there in Shinobi. But there is not now, and now is right now. So hey, thank you for sticking it with us and listening to this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We enjoy doing this, and if you enjoy
listening to us do this,
yes, there you go. I don't know where I was trailing off there. I was like, oh no, step back. Yes, as Sean said, if you enjoy listening to us doing this, please like this video, subscribe to this channel to listen to us do this more. Yeah. And hit the notification bell and tell your friends, tell anyone really. You can I'm not gonna make that joke. I was gonna make a DC joke, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. So we appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye. Where is it? Oh, the buttons don't work. Of course they don't work. Why would that work? Why would technology do anything?